Hey Sweat Warrior! For this series, we'll work on building balance in our bodies. We'll strengthen the muscles that we need so we can come into the bigger balance postures later on. Before that, it's important to know that a strong balance practice begins with body awareness, knowing which muscles to engage and how they can support us. Balance is actually more than standing on one leg. It's about how the muscles in your entire body needs to work together to help you get there and to help you stay there with ease and stability. Today, we'll work on getting into Halfmoon Pose or Ardha Chandrasana, a great standing pose which strengthens our abdomen and the lower body. When you're ready, roll out your mat and meet me here. Let's get started. We'll start in our Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Take the legs out in front of you, feet together, knees out wide. You'll open the feet out like pages of a book so the soles of the feet are pointing up. Pulling the feet in as close to the groin as it's comfortable. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you'll slowly fold forward, bringing the chest down, taking the elbows to the sides. See if you can maintain a long flat back here. And you're not rounding the shoulders up to the ears, or you're rounding the upper back. Feeling the top of the head nice and long, stretching up towards the front of the mat. You can even take the elbows to press the knees down more to the mat. We'll take another 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathe in. And breathe out 2. And slowly lift yourself back up. And this time we'll take the feet out farther away from us. So you're making like a diamond shape here with your legs. Again, same thing. As you slowly fold forward, this time walk the hands all the way towards the top of the mat. Just finding your maximums here. Feeling this time on the hamstrings, perhaps on the low back. And maybe you can find more space here to fold down. Keep the shoulders relaxed and find your breath. So just opening out the hips here, lengthening the leg muscles, which we'll need later on in the next few poses, especially in our balance postures. Let's take one last breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next breath, you'll walk your hands back so you can sit upright. And then take the knees together, feet closer towards you. Hug the knees in together with your right arm and send the left hand back. From here, tent up to your fingers on the left hand, lift the chest up. And as you exhale, start to come into your twist. So you're hugging the knees in close to each other. Keep the spine long and see if you can look over that left shoulder. Feeling the length of your spine as we open the chest towards the left side. We'll take a breath in. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back to center and we'll switch sides. This time left arm wrapping around both legs. Right hand behind you. Take a breath in. And exhale, twisting here. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. See as well if you can keep the chin in line with your shoulder or the mat. So not tucking the chin so much, the chest. So you have more space and room to breathe. Let's take our one last inhale and exhale. And slowly release a twist, come back to center. Cross your legs in front of you. Let's meet in our tabletop position. Go ahead and take your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now pointing the toes back, press the shins down so you find an active tabletop. Drawing the belly in and up, press the hands onto the mat. We'll do some spinal warm-ups. Inhale as you lift the tailbone. Lower the belly. Chest comes forward. As you look up, find your cow pose. Exhale, cat pose now. Draw the belly in around the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest. Let's do 2 more together. Inhale, lift tailbone. Arch the back, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, draw the belly in. 1 last here. Inhale, lift tailbone, look forward, chest out wide. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, tuck the chin down. And come back to center. This time, extend the right leg towards the back. Balance on the balls of your foot first. Press down through that right hand and you'll extend the left hand forward. So the opposite arm will be extending forward. Find your balance here first. Draw the belly in and up. If this is where you need to stay first for today, you can. Otherwise, once you find your balance, you can start floating that right leg up. See if you can keep the toes of the right foot pointing down. Right hip not hiking up so much so the hips stay squared. Let's find our balance, holding this for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower the left hand down and take the right leg back down to center. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. Take it to the left side. Left leg back, balance on the toes as you extend the right hand forward. Best gaze here is just to look at the top of the mat or one spot in front on the ground. Once you find your balance, go ahead and lift the left foot up. Keep the belly engaged, core engaged. Feel that nice energy line from the right fingers down to the left heel. Holding this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down and send the left knee back down to center. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. Now go ahead and extend that left leg out again. And then move your right shin and right foot out towards the side, kind of like making a kickstand here. And then press the left sole of the foot down. So I'd like you to take the right hand, the right knee, and the left foot all in one line. So you can take some time to set that up. Once you're ready, making sure that the right hand is underneath the shoulder, you'll slowly lift the left arm up. So you can find your balance point, the tailbone towards the back. And maybe try to lift the left foot up for your modified side plank. Find space around the chest. Kick that left heel back. Holding this for 4 more. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down. Left hand back to center. And then we'll come back onto our hands and knees. Take a breath here, inhale, and exhale. We'll do that everything on the right side. Extend the right leg back, right sole of the foot down, left hand, left knee, right foot in one line, sending that left foot out towards the side. Once you're ready, lifting the right arm up. Find your balance, hug the inner ribs in, expand through the collarbones. You can look down for more stability, or see if you can look up towards the fingers if you want to challenge your balance, and then start to float that right leg up. So this is kind of like a half moon pose already, but we're just down on our knee. So start to practice that expansion through the chest. Notice how that right shoulder is stacked on top of the left, right hip stacked over the left hip. Kicking that heel back. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, lower the right foot down, right hand back to center, and we come back into our all fours. Tuck your toes, we'll find our downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Go ahead and find your inverted letter V, lengthening the arms, sending the chest back towards the thighs, pressing the heels down on the mat. Maybe let's just wake up the hamstrings, the legs a little bit more. Pedal the feet back and forth, back and forth. So if you're walking in place, Find a relaxed neck. You can look at the space between your feet or in between your knees. And then we'll pause the legs. Again, pressing the heels energetically down to the mat. Hugging the ribs in, hugging the belly in, wrapping the triceps in. So you're also activating those arms. Let's take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Now lift both heels up. You'll bend your knees and start to look forward. Slowly walk your feet forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you find your half lift. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. One more time like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. You'll reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Take the palms together. And then send the hands towards the heart center. Lastly, arms down to the side. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's take our tree pose, one of our first standing balance postures. Lift the right heel as you shift more weight towards the left foot. Now option 1 for your tree, you'll take the right foot on the left ankle. Option 2, lifting it up on your lower leg by the calf muscle. Option 3, grabbing your ankle and then pressing the sole of the foot onto the left inner thigh. So just finding what feels good for you. If you are just starting your practice, it would be best maybe to just take your right foot first on the ankle. If you're doing this first option, see if you can keep the big toes touching the mat. Once you find your balance, just gaze at one spot in front of you, hands to prayer in front of the chest. So I'd like you to notice how that left ankle and the left foot is constantly working to keep you balanced and steady. You may feel some slight twitching as you shift your weight of the foot side to side, forward and back. And it's just our body's way of helping us find our center all the time. We'll take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Gently take the right knee forward and you lower the right foot down. Release the hands and you'll just pick up the left foot and then do some ankle rotations, clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, now shifting all the way towards the right side, lift left foot, option 1, 2, or 3. Making sure that whatever option you choose, you're not bumping your right hip so much out to the sides that your hips become unbalanced. See if you can move both hip bones back into center. Again, find your gaze. Hands to prayer in front of the chest. Slow, deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. And keep pressing through the 4 corners of your right foot. Big toe side, pinky toe side. Left heel, right heel side. One more breath in your tree. Inhale and exhale. Guide the left knee forward and then lower the left foot down. Release both hands. Right foot up. Ankle rotations here. Sending the ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, set both feet down, hands to your hips. You'll take a big step back with the left foot and then move over towards the left side. We'll take a wide-legged forward bend. So making sure that both toes are pointing into one direction. You can even take the heels out and the toes in for a deeper stretch. From here, inhale, lengthen up through the chest. Exhale, folding forward. We'll send the chest down, and you can stay here, especially if the hamstrings, the back of the legs feel tight today. Otherwise, if you can reach for the mat, maybe bending the knees as you do this, perfectly fine. And slowly just find your maximum stretch as you aim to have the top of the head closer and closer down to the mat. So if you remember our cat and cow pose here, I'd like you to find your cow pose by arching the back a little, pointing the tailbone, the bum out, as if you're doing an upright back bend here. This is so we can maximize the stretch on the back of our legs. Very nice. And if you found your maximum, if you want to go further, you can even take the hands towards the back. Bend the elbows so the elbows come in line with the wrists. Won't stay here long, maybe just for another 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Keep hugging the inner thighs in, breathe in, and breathe out 2. On your next breath, walk your hands forward once more. Hands to your hips and slowly rise back up. And then bend the right knee, so come into your warrior 2. Left leg stays straight, hands to a T, palms facing down. Relax the shoulders. Feel as if the right hand is pulling forward and the left arm is pulling back. So both arms are active, even this one, this back arm that you cannot see. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. All right, now we'll straighten out the right leg. And then you'll just walk the left foot 1 step forward, so we're shortening our stance. Reach forward with the right hand, so you're bumping the hips to the back. Lower the right hand down, and then send the left arm up and over your head. Finding your triangle pose. So let's start to waken up the core here, wake up the obliques by challenging ourselves to lessen that weight on the right hand, so much so that you can even hover away from your shin. If this is too much for you, you can just rest your right hand on your thigh. But again, find light weight on that hand. Let's take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back up. Rest your hands to your hips first. If you have any block or a prop, maybe like a water bottle even, or a book, you can use that for this practice. I will be showing the modification first with the prop, and then on the other side, I will be showing the poses without the blocks. You can try that both out. All right, so we're still in our triangle pose. I'd like you to bend the right knee again. Take your left hand to your hip. Take the block on the right hand and you reach that block forward. Now, sending the chest forward as you reach forward. Lower the block on the outside part of your right foot. So it's not beside the right foot, but it's a few inches away from that foot and almost at the right corner of your mat. All right, so we'll do some leg warm-ups here just to simulate the action of the legs when you're coming into your half moon pose. So start by straightening out the right leg and then bending the left knee, that's the back leg, and then switch sides. So bending the left leg, straightening out that right, and then bending the right knee, straighten the left. So just a few more sets on your own. You can do it at your own pace. You can even feel that right hamstring stretching out as you do this. Maybe even some burning on the thighs. All right, one last. And then exhale, straighten out the left and come back to where we came from. We'll practice some leg lifts, which will be good to practice the launching action of our back leg when we come into your half moon. So just keep your gaze down for now. When you're ready, shift the weight towards your right leg and you'll float the left leg up. Doesn't have to be super high. And as you lift the left leg up, straighten that right leg out. Again, micro bend the right leg and then lower the left foot down. 2 more times, just like that. Press down, launch the left foot up. Exhale, micro bend the right leg, left foot down. One last, press the right foot down, left leg up. Exhale all the way down. All right, lower your hands down on the mat. And then we'll just step back and find our downward facing dog. Shimmy the hips from side to side, pedal the feet. And come back into stillness once you're okay. Take your breath, inhale. Exhale. Notice the sensations. Notice how that right leg is feeling. We worked so hard on the leg muscles on the right leg, and we'll just balance it out on the left side. And go ahead, look forward, step the right foot forward, and then just walk the hands towards the left side of the mat until both legs are pointing to the left, hands to your hips, and then we come back into that wide-legged stance. Point the left toes towards the back this time, and then bend the left knee. You'll take your hands out to a T, finding your warrior 2 on the left side. Keep pressing down onto that right leg. Relax the shoulders. We'll take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then slowly take your hands to your hips. Step that right foot 1 step forward. So you're shortening your stance, both legs straight. Hands to a T, triangle pose, reach for the left hand. Lower the left hand on your shin or again on the thigh or on the ankle even if you're flexible on this side. Right arm up. And just like in our modified side plank, you can keep your gaze down, forward or up. So that's your drishti, the point of focus that you want to keep as you come into these balance poses. Feeling light on the left hand. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, come back up. All right, so this side I will be demoing without the props, just in case you don't have one with you today. Now bend the left knee, reach for the left hand, and lower the left hand down onto the outside edge of the left foot. Take your right hand to your hip. You can take a deep bend on that left leg, especially if you're having a hard time reaching for the mat. And then we'll again move the weight back as you bend the right leg, straighten the left leg, and then bend the left, straighten the right. Doing that a few more times, shifting your weight forward and back. Feel that stretch this time, isolated on that left hamstring. Keep the chest lifting up. Just 1 more. And we'll meet back where the right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Now keep your gaze forward. We'll practice our launching action. When you're ready, press down through the left foot, lift the right leg up. Again, doesn't have to be super high. Exhale, micro bend the left, gently lower the right foot down. You're also practicing how to lower that back leg down gently. 2 more here. Lift right leg. Exhale, back. 1 last, lift the right leg. Exhale, back. All right, slowly stand back up. And then take the feet together first. Shimmy the legs out. All right, we'll come into our half moon. This time, our main balance pose. So for the first set, I will be using a block. And for the second set, I won't be using a block again. All right, so we'll start in our triangle pose first. So the right leg is forward, the left leg is back, left toes pointing towards the left side. Start to bend your right leg a little and reach your right hand forward, lower it down on the block. So the block again should be positioned by the right corner of your mat. Send the left hand to your hip. So just like our launching action earlier, you'll shift forward and then find your balance, float the left leg up. So start to find the same position as your modified side plank, where the left hip will be stacked over the right and the left shoulder will be stacked on top of the right. Kick that heel back. Again, find your drishti. Gazing down is the easiest. Gazing forward a little harder, and gazing up much more challenging. Oopsie. So just find wherever you need to be. Keep pressing down onto that right foot. Open the chest, widen through the collarbones, hugging that inner corset. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now gaze down. Practice that launching action. Practice sending that left leg quietly back and back into your triangle. That's your half moon on the right side. We'll take the left side. So left leg forward, right leg back. Find your triangle. Both legs straight for now. This time I won't be using the block. Now right hand to your hip. Take a bend of the left leg. Reach the left hand forward. Lower the left hand down on the outer part of your left foot. Press down through the left foot and then lift the right leg up once you're ready. So it's really important to take the left hand away from the left foot so that when you lift up, the right shoulder gets directly on top of the left. And find that opening on the chest, on the hips. Keep pressing down through that strong standing leg. You can stay with your right hand to your hip or start to lift it up towards the ceiling. Last 5. Stay with your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left leg and then send the right foot back down, back into your triangle. Awesome job. All right, take the feet together. We'll just sit down on our mats. If you try that out and fell a couple of times, that's perfectly fine. That's also your body telling you that you need to find strength and maybe some flexibility first and also some trust in yourself. So just take it easy. You can just go back to this practice anytime and just build it up. After a few practices more, I'm sure you'll notice so much difference in your balance practice. All right. Take the feet together, legs straight. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, we'll fold forward, reaching for your feet, your ankles, or just resting your hands on the mat. Taking a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale, slowly just send your chest down closer to your legs. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. I'm just stretching the lower back. We did a lot of hip openers today, so I'm just countering them with some forward folds. Inhale, come back up. Cross your legs. And we'll find our way back into our downward facing dog. All right. In down dog, lift the right leg up. Now look forward. Bring the right knee behind the right wrist and then send the right foot over behind the left wrist. Preparing for your half pigeon. Lower the left knee down, dragging that left leg back, tucking and dragging, tucking and dragging, as you finally lower the hips down. If you notice there's space away from your right bum, you can use a prop, a pillow, or a block to prop your right hip on a block. But usually the hips just need time to settle down and settle in. So just give that some space to adjust. When you're ready, lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hips down more. Inhale. Exhale. You may stay here. This is the first option. A deeper option is to lower the forearms down. Just lower the chest down closer to the mat. We'll take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling that stretch around the right hip. Inhale. And exhale. Now walk the hands back. Tuck your left toes. Slide your right leg down and back. Downward facing dog. In down dog, take the left leg this time up to the ceiling. Exhale, shift forward, left knee behind the left hand. Left foot behind the right hand. Lower the right knee down, and again, take your time to drag the right leg back. Settle your hips down. If you want a deeper stretch for this one, you can take the left shin a little forward, parallel to the mat. If you want to take it easier, taking your left heel closer to your groin. And once you're settled in, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your options, either staying here or lower your hands down. Forearms down. And fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly come up to sit. You'll shift your weight towards the left side so you can bring your legs in front of you, crossing your legs, facing the top of the mat. We'll just end the practice right here, sitting up nice and tall. You can close the eyes. You can come into any hand mudra, or just simply taking your hands on top of your knees or hands towards the chest. Gently bowing down, honoring our bodies, honoring our practice, and honoring the space that we have created. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Happy balancing, and I will see you in the other classes in this series. Namaste.